Have you ever dropped a bait down for halibut and wondered if a simple rig could mean the difference between a fishless day and battling a 70-pound giant? When you're fishing deep, one hook sometimes just isn't enough. A 2-hook halibut rig puts more bait in the strike zone, keeping it there longer and flat out catches more fish. This isn't theory. It's the same rig that's hauled in halibut after halibut on Alaska trips. From chicken halibut to heavyweights over 70 pounds. In this video, I'll walk you step by step on how to create this proven 2-hook rig so you can fish with confidence on your next trip. Let's get started.
We're heading up to Alaska in a couple weeks, and I want to do a demo here of one of the halibut rigs, that how I set it up and get it going. We usually put herring or salmon bellies on these hooks when we drop them down. So you'll need 10 of these aluminum ferrules. I'm using 300-pound test leader material. You'll need 3 double barrel swivels that are, at least 300-pound test. Your crimping tool. These are some crimp protectors that will slide up over the lines in the crimps. Your 2 hooks and your 2 squid skirts. I always call them squid squirts, but they are squid skirts. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the top swivel and get it going. So my first point is, when you cut this line, make sure you cut it at an angle so it's kind of at a point. You cut it straight across, it's real hard to get both ends into the sleeve. So that's my first tip there on the ferrule. So first thing we gotta do is put the sleeve protector on first, then the ferrule, then the double barrel swivel. So then you'll push this back through the sleeve, pull the sleeve up tight to the end, about like so, and then you'll take the crimping tool, and with the length of these, I like to crimp them 2 places. So we'll go, these are pretty big ones, so we'll go with this last biggest crimp here. And we'll mash it down there, and we'll mash it down here. So there I've got the 2 connections there. With this crimp cover, you can just leave that line on there, because that line's going to get covered up with this cover. So you can just slide that on here, and there is the first connection. This end's going to go down to the first hook. So let's take about this much and cut it at an angle. Doesn't want to cut. This stuff's tough. There it goes. First you want to put 1 ferrule on. So I'm going to snip off about 1 inch of these. So it gets a little tough threading them all the way through that end when I have to double them over. So again, you put the cover going toward the other ferrule that you've got on there. And then we're going to put the second ferrule on. And then we're going to put our swivel on. And then we're going to come back through the ferrule. Let's go to this spot. Already got a tag there. I've already got a crease in the line where I've measured it out there. Then you'll take this end back through the cover. Can't get it all the way through there. All right, so I got that cover pulled through there. And we'll pull it up tight to the crimp, and then we're going to crimp this one down so that we've got this one set on that barrel swivel. So there's that crimp, and then we'll pull the cover up over the ferrule. So again, this is where you start your line, and then this is down to it. Now we're going to put another ferrule on the line here, and this is how we create this spreader, is by taking another line. You only need maybe 4 inches or so. You can cut off what you don't use afterwards. Again, you're going to have that angle cut on the ends of each of these, because you're going to go through the crimps on them. So this one, you're going to start over here. If you get a little bump in the line there, you may have to mash it down with your pliers there to get it to go through. So this is not connection line. This isn't going to support anything. This is just a spacer line. Take your line, your spacers here, before you crimp them down. So again, this is your head. This will go out to the first hook, and then this will go down to the second hook. So that will keep those spread apart. So we're going to crimp these down here now. I'm going to pull this in a little tighter and crimp those down. Again, there's no fish action going to be on this line. So all that line there is to space that spaced out. So cut off those two little tag ends there. All right, so now we've got the top part ready to go. And then this is going to come off to the first hook. So the first thing you got to do is cut the nipple off the squid skirt and then slide the squid skirt up the line, because it's just going to come down over everything that you rig up here. Then you're going to put the crimp protector on, then you're going to put the crimp on, then you'll put the hook on, and then you're going to come back around through the ferrule. And again, we can move this up a little closer to this end here. We don't have to have it as far out. So I'm going to run it about right there. We'll just cut that line off. So there's the ferrule up to that hook. So once I crimp this, pull this protector down over the top of it, and then the squid skirt on top of it. So we get our crimping tool again, crimp it 2 places, 1 at each end. All right, so it's crimped. Now we're going to snip off the end of this line here. We don't need that. We can actually use that for the next spacer. And then we can get that line out of the way. We pull this up over the top. That's your crimp protector. And then pull the squid skirt up over the top of that. So there's your first hook for the halibut rig. So again, the line starts here, comes down through this swivel and back over to this one. So this hook is directly hooked to this swivel. The only spacer here is that those 2 crimps between it. Now we're going to build the second hook and the weight, which will go down to the side. So this will, once the weight's on it, this thing will hang out to the side over here. All right, so the next piece of the puzzle is to take a piece of line and hook it into, so we want one of our protectors here. We're going to go into the other barrel swivel at that end. So let's cut off, we don't need all this line or this end, so we're going to cut it off there, and then we're going to push it up through this, and then we're going to need another crimp, and then we're going to go through the swivel, and then we're going to come back through. I'm going to have to cut that at an angle again to get it to slide through. Get a pair of pliers and you can use it to pull it through easier. Cover went down the line. So let's push this up here, crimp it off, put that off, and then we'll bring that crimp protector back up over the top of that. So now this will go down to your bottom hook. We're actually going to build another Y connection here for the weight, and then we'll put the bottom hook on. So just like this one up here, you have to add a ferrule, and then we need a cover, because we're going to, let's see here, just leave that length there because I don't know how long I'm going to need it. I want to pull this through. So this first ferrule will be used for the first part of the Y, like this one, and then we're going to come down to the connector, and then we're going to put the barrel swivel on, and this barrel swivel is what we're going to connect the weight to, and I'll talk about that once I get it all rigged up. I'll explain how we connect that weight on there. So actually after that connector we got to add a ferrule and then the swivel, because this one's going to come up over that ferrule there, and then this one's going to come back around the swivel and go back through the ferrule. So that's about a good space. All right, so this is where my weight will be. So I'm gonna crimp this off here, and I'm gonna snip this off. No, I'm not gonna snip that off. This is where I need to thread this back through here. Got it. All right, let's close the blade on that Leatherman and pull it with that. Got too many lines on the board here, messed up here. We are pulling that connector back down to the ferrule that we covered up, or that we just did there. Get that straightened out. All right, So that one will cover that. All right, so now this is where that other Y connection is going to be. So get the other ferrule and put it on here. And then this ferrule is going to come down here like this. And this ferrule is going to be like this. And then we're going to take this little short piece here and we're going to make 2 cut ends there. And we're going to thread those through and here. So now I've got that Y connection set up. And just go ahead and crimp those. And we can snip off those ends there. All right, so now we're going to come down to the hook part. So the hook will be out on this side here, right about like that. So we're going to take our other squid skirt and we're going to snip off the top and we're going to thread it through. It's running up the line. It's probably about good. And then we're going to put our last ferrule on and our last hook on. And then we're going to thread the line back through the ferrule. It's amazing how easy it is to go through the ferrule when the line is cut correctly. So let's see here. Let's make that a little bit shorter. That's probably good. Oh, we forgot to put on the crimp cover. So let's snip that off. And let's go back to that and the hook. All right, so cut in here. We've just put the squid skirt on. Now we're going to put the crimp cover on, which needs to go toward the hook. And then we're going to put the crimp on, the ferrule on, whatever you want to call it. Ow! Dang! Almost cut myself. I got a new hook out tool. Take with me this trip. Hopefully I don't have to use it. I've never had to use one, but I did buy one from, it was advertised at the latest fishing show in Miami. I got myself one. All right, so now we're going to come back through that ferrule. See, that's about right. So, all right, so now we're going to crimp this down. This will come over the top, and then this will slide over the top of all that. That's all going in the right direction. So always double check once you get your gear threaded on there, just run over it and make sure you got it all set up there correctly before you do your final crimps. Crimp at the top, or crimp at the bottom, crimp at the other end. All right, that's on there now. So now we'll cut off this, and then we'll bring the cover over, and then we'll drop the squid skirt down on top of it. Hook myself again. All right, so the way this operates is this piece goes into your swivel on your line, and then this will stick out to the side, and this part will have the weight on it. And what we do with the weights is we'll take a 20-pound piece of monofilament and tie a 1-pound weight onto it. Or let's say you've got this banana weight tied on there, and I just secure it with a about 20-pound test line so that if this thing gets stuck in the rocks, if this thing gets hung up in the rocks, that you don't lose your whole rig. This will be down at the lower part of the bottom, and then these parts will be hanging out to the side up above the bottom. So that is the halibut rig that I take up and use in Alaska. So hopefully you've learned something there, and maybe you can go make up a few. It is not a short process, but they have done very well. Put some salmon bellies on these, or herring, and that can be very productive for you halibut fishing. So I made a couple more modifications after I finished it up. I shortened up the hook connections, or shortened up the hooks so they're standing a little bit more out to the side, more kind of like a drop shot if you bass fish, so they are standing out more on the side going down. So just shortened those up a little bit. Had to cut a little bit of line out and put a new crimp on it, but it's good to go now. If you want to see my video on how I did a double hook salmon rig setup, you can watch that video here. Tight lines, and we'll see you all in the next one.